The electrical code dictates that wall space must be served by a receptacle such that no point along the wall line is further than 6 feet from a receptacle. This requirement ensures convenient access to electrical power throughout a room. The code doesn't explicitly state a precise measurement for spacing the required outlets apart, but the 6-foot rule effectively determines the maximum spacing between them. To understand this, consider the definition of wall space. Wall space includes any wall unbroken along the floor line by doorways, fireplaces, cabinets, and similar permanent fixtures. To apply the 6-foot rule, imagine walking along the wall. You should never be more than 6 feet away from an electrical receptacle. This means that if you place the receptacle, the wall space 6 feet to the left and 6 feet to the right is considered served by the receptacle. Therefore, the maximum distance between two required receptacles is 12 feet. If receptacles are spaced more than 12 feet apart, there will be a section of wall space that is more than 6 feet from a receptacle, violating the code. Now let's consider how to determine if a receptacle is a required one or an extra one. The rule implies that required outlets would be those that are spaced no further than 12 feet apart to meet the 6-foot rule requirement. Any additional receptacles beyond this spacing are considered extra. For example, if you have a long wall, you might install receptacles every 8 feet. This would satisfy the 6-foot rule with ample coverage. However, if you then added another receptacle between two of these 8-foot spaced receptacles, the added receptacle would be considered an extra. Here's a breakdown of the key principles. Firstly, the fundamental requirement is that no point along the wall line is more than 6 feet from a receptacle outlet. Secondly, the maximum spacing between required receptacles is 12 feet. Thirdly, receptacles spaced closer than 12 feet apart can be considered required to meet the code. Finally, any additional receptacles beyond what is needed to meet the 6-foot rule are considered extra and provide additional convenience. In practical application, the 6-foot rule impacts how electricians plan the layout of receptacles in a room during construction or renovation. For instance, in a living room, you must consider the placement of furniture such as sofas, bookshelves, and entertainment centers to ensure that no significant portion of the wall is left unserved by a receptacle. In kitchens, the 6-foot rule is especially important along countertops when numerous appliances are commonly used. The code often includes specific requirements for countertop receptacle spacing to accommodate this need. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides detailed guidelines on receptacle spacing and placement. Although the specific section numbers may vary depending on the edition of the code, the underlying principle of the 6-foot rule remains consistent. It's always advisable to consult the latest edition of the NEC and local building codes to ensure compliance. One important consideration is the definition of wall space. Obstructions like doorways, windows, and fireplaces interrupt the wall space and may require additional receptacles to serve the remaining wall sections. For example, if a doorway divides a wall into two sections, each section must independently comply with the 6-foot rule. This may necessitate placing a receptacle on either side of the doorway. Another factor is the placement of fixed appliances and equipment. If a fixed appliance, such as a built-in microwave or a wall-mounted television, occupies a portion of the wall, it may affect the required receptacle spacing. In some cases, the appliance itself may require a dedicated receptacle, while in other cases, the existing receptacles in the area may suffice. When planning receptacle spacing, it's crucial to consider the intended use of the room and the likely placement of furniture and appliances. This can help you determine the optimal locations for receptacles to provide maximum convenience and minimize the need for extension cords. Extension cords can be a safety hazard if they are overloaded or used improperly. In addition to the 6-foot rule for wall space, the NEC also includes requirements for receptacle placement in specific areas such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. These requirements are designed to address the unique electrical safety considerations in these environments. For example, bathrooms typically require ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection for receptacles to prevent electric shock hazards. Understanding the 6-foot rule and other receptacle spacing requirements is essential for electrical contractors, electricians, and homeowners alike. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your electrical system is safe, convenient, and compliant with the NEC and local building codes. It's always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about electrical wiring or receptacle placement. To illustrate the concepts further, let's consider a few examples. Imagine a living room with a continuous wall that is 20 feet long. To comply with the 6-foot rule, you would need to install at least 2 receptacles along this wall. If you placed one receptacle 6 feet from each end of the wall, you would effectively cover the entire wall space. Alternatively, you could place the receptacles closer together, such as every 8 or 10 feet, to provide additional convenience. Now let's consider a kitchen countertop. The NEC typically requires receptacles to be spaced no more than 24 inches apart along kitchen countertops. This ensures that there are ample receptacles available for countertop appliances, such as toasters, blenders, and coffee makers. The spacing requirements may vary depending on the length of the countertop and the presence of obstructions, such as sinks and cooktops. In bathrooms, the NEC typically requires at least one receptacle to be installed near the sink. This receptacle must be GFCI protected to prevent electric shock hazards. Additional receptacles may be required depending on the size and layout of the bathroom. When installing receptacles outdoors, it's important to use weatherproof receptacles and covers to protect against moisture and corrosion. Outdoor receptacles should also be GFCI protected to prevent electric shock hazards. The 6-foot rule is a fundamental principle of electrical safety and convenience. By understanding and applying this rule, you can ensure that your electrical system is properly designed and installed. Remember to always consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about electrical wiring or receptacle placement. The electrician will take into account NEC regulations along with local rules in order to provide a safe design. In summary, the key takeaways are: the 6-foot rule ensures that no point along a wall line is more than 6 feet from a receptacle. Secondly, the maximum spacing between required receptacles is 12 feet. Thirdly, additional receptacles beyond what is needed to meet the 6-foot rule are considered extra. Finally, compliance with the NEC and local building codes is essential for electrical safety and convenience. Understanding the difference between required and extra receptacles comes down to whether the receptacle is necessary to meet the minimum code requirements for spacing. If a receptacle is placed such that it helps to ensure that no point along a wall is more than 6 feet from an outlet, then it's considered a required receptacle. If a receptacle is added in addition to those required to meet this 6-foot rule, then it's an extra receptacle. The 6-foot rule dictates that outlets will need to be no more than 12 feet apart. In the context of determining if a receptacle is required versus extra, it's essential to consider the specific layout of the room and the placement of other receptacles. If a receptacle is essential to maintaining the 6-foot rule compliance for a particular section of wall, it's considered required. If it's simply providing additional convenience without being crucial to meeting the code, it's extra. For example, imagine a wall that's 15 feet long. To meet code, you'd need at least 2 receptacles. One could be placed 3 feet from one end, and the other could be placed 9 feet from the same end, resulting in a 6-foot spacing between each end of the wall and the nearest receptacle. Both of these receptacles would be considered required. Now, if you added a third receptacle in the middle of the wall, the extra receptacle would enhance convenience but isn't necessary to meet the basic code requirements. It would be considered extra. In situations with complex wall layouts, such as those with numerous windows or doorways, it's even more critical to carefully assess each section of wall to determine the minimum number of receptacles needed to meet the 6-foot rule. Another factor is the use of multi-outlet assemblies. These are often used in locations like kitchen counters or workshops to provide a series of outlets in a single unit. While these can be convenient, it's important to ensure they are properly installed and meet all code requirements. A long strip of outlets might seem like it provides more access, but each outlet must still comply with codes like the 6-foot rule on any wall space. It's also crucial to remember that the NEC and local codes are not just about convenience, they are about safety. Overloading circuits, Using extension cords improperly and having insufficient access to electrical outlets can all increase the risk of electrical fires or shocks. In conclusion, to determine if a receptacle is required or extra, assess whether it's essential to meet the 6-foot rule on any wall. If the removal of the receptacle would cause a section of wall to exceed the 6-foot limit from the nearest outlet, then it's a required receptacle. If the wall still meets the code with the receptacle removed, then it's an extra receptacle, enhancing convenience but not essential for code compliance. Also, always consult the most recent NEC and local codes, and when in doubt, consult a qualified electrician.